yatena ye kese mu ewo enkran dome Watermelon Street SOMPA 106.5 FM so saranso enenye yenkwa ya affiliate ahodo ya ate atese ewo maimu nyina wo mo fakasebo no ebi Kumase SOMPA 93.1 ejinemu Ayiko 100.9 FM enso ewo Kumase honomo a Adamfopa Radio ewo Paris France wo mo efabi ewo French fo no ho en SOMPA 101.1 so ewo Tapa ye batakura dia eye SOMPA 103.3 Techiman eye SOMPA 106.1 98.9 eye Sunyan SOMPA Nkranza 90.7 Doma 101.3 SOMPA Krono en afi Doma FM 100.7 Womoso FB 50 man temno eye Mankesim Kingdom 106.1 so oti enka ewo decoder no so ewo SOMPA FM ye streaming live ewo Facebook ni YouTube enti braso sesia bi baby awo bia eye SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra on Facebook and YouTube no eye SOMPA FM live Kanesh Urban Radio enyumre nso wo ma bie mu www.sompaonline.com eno ena ye website obu ho no parking kan te sa adwoa enti ko ho no ansem ni nyina ya boabo bia no obetumi enye bi na waken kan Pepsodent adaworoma ene yenya baby etie anopa osori apebi twitwu se enyumre koda na wo de twitwu se am wanu ate kama onga eye mama nsa no boafo eno na eboa ma aduane ahodo etimi aye denti restaurant ne mo amoye nuane akese mu nkope bi ntoi Midima for Herbal Center Dr. Time da so say yade bi etete wo no fabra poku ase mayira na obeyi ni nyina e de free honom Joe's Bread and Pastries edwumekuo no wo mo na akofa Joe's Hot Kinky aba edwama so a eno no eye 3 Ghana cedis per wholesale price kotu bi ne koton Time Herbal Mixture eye 3 de adura wonya bi na no mo eboa mo apom den ho nsem no timi ekonkan wa wanum ato wo ntimi ne de nyina ebetimi aboa ama eniema akoyie pa wo ma daworoma ena nwumre yatena sei Midin ede ADWOA ASARE na minim se free enra no abepem enne watietie nkoma ahodo binom ede afa kotoka wiemhyɛn ginabea eye kia honom aban gina yesie ya enkofo bi ekire se ba bekoso se airport no womo besesa edin a eda so kotoka international airport no na womo aye no Accra International Airport na emise nkomo iba aye no dodo no na akire wo madwen ebi kire a ehun hia saa ebi nso kire se ehun hia enti ni nyina na akwakoye adwenkyira hodo bi ya Ghana fo bi ni amanyofo bi no womo bobo hu firi nura no eba ene na enokura ansa ne yebekɔ nkomo no so no megidi se ebi a kotoka ya yeka ho asemi wate bia na wo information bi fa nipa enam no so a wo moto saa din no nanso nipa ban no ankasa se wo ye den adwuma ban wo be ye edin mpo ne warranty yese oman no ebesi gina yese wo mo de saa airport no ebeto ni din na ehun nsem no ena nwumre hot bite kasebo ye ba ne ababedi ho enkomo na Lieutenant General Emmanuel Kwesi Kotoka ni din ni full name eno no yawo no October ne da na etoso aduonu nsia afia pem ahenkron aduonu nsia 26 October 1926 ena yawo no wo frimu 17th April 1967 na wo Ghana military officer baako na oka National Liberation Council NLC amanyokuo no ho a wo enam abantuguo so eba aban emu saa ku no esi 24th February 1966 ena saa ku no esiye na saa bre no na omayi mampani a wodi kan Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wono na ban enete so ya wombe yi no edifiri honom na yenhye ne early life ne ehumasua no kakra General ya yeka ne ho asem Emmanuel Kwesi Kotoka no ye wo no ewo kuro bia ye frɛ ho Alakpele eno no eye ekura bia ewo keta mansi no emu ewo framantamu saa bre no Gold Coast penso saa na wo mo efrɛ no na wo wie ne suku ne titru pa ne ahyase de no basic education no wo kwa Roman Catholic School ya ewo ni kurom ho no machire ena wo free ho ba Anglican Senior High School saa bre no na eye senior secondary wo be ko ye no ye 1941 ho no mo bre saa time no na ye no mo kura na wo mo nyan wo ye ne ade ache na wo hyase agentity yese Goldsmith achire en wo benya akwanya se woko asradom adwumakuo ni mu akwakoye adwuma enti wo mo enlist wo mo no wo be ye private e wo infantry school as abre no Gold Coast Regiment e ho na no wodi ni dwuma na ni military career no wo mu kire mu ese July afia pema henkron aduanan enson 1947 ena wonya ekwan ewo saa Gold Coast Regiment ni mu wotashi enkrehanum sei wo ye adwuma no ase wo srani pagya ni mu a through ranks ni mu 1948 en wo benya sergeant dibre ediye echire wo beye company sergeant major ewo afia pema henkron aduonum baako 1951 na 52 no na woka West Africa asrafo bi a ye sheda eyi womo se womo nkogye entity soronko ewo Eaton Hall Officer Cadet School ya eno no ewo United Kingdom enti wono General Kotoka no ene saa bre no squad wa womo select womo nyina no womo tu kwan eko UK ho kokogye entity echire ene ye commission womo nyina ma wobeka adwumakuo no ho a wopagya mu kodu lieutenant na ye ka ho asem no na wabra womo free abrochire ne ba oman ni mu saa bre no Gold Coast no wochire mu ese womba ye adwuma papa na nya asem ketwa wotimi bommodi nti eduru 59 honom de na ne rank no eyade se eduru sura waduru captain a enesa 1960 ena wobenya company commanders course bia eno nso womokoye ye ewo England mino emu enti na woye commander D company sa bre no womo ano womote asra adwumakuo no ranks no mu ye bose obi ewo sa rank no a na sa nipa kro no womo etiase enye easy sanse womo nyina no womo timi kura akonya United Nations operations akese ahodo ye kokoso nyina no General Kotoka ne nkrofo bi no mu a ye select womo eka ne womo nyina nya akonya no ekoye enti wutimu se opanyin ne de eyade se asra adwumakuo no wafamu pa free nkuma ni mu aba bedura kese mu ansana woto nanom ewo ensiedo na wabra wo hyase se wode ne ho ege politics mu ni ade no 1965 hono ne na sa abre no ye kyerem se Lieutenant Kotoka wo mo transfer no ekokumase eho no wokohia enamfo bi te se Major Akwasi Amankwa efiri fa no mo sa abre no na wo ye officer 2nd Brigade Ghana Army no mu ene wokohia sa nkrofo no womo mienu etu anamo didi nkomo a enti ye ho ena ku no ya edi kan no ehase ya no womo didi ho nkomo ploto ewo ho no ye 24th February 1966 ho asem ena ye kan na womo ekire mu se sa abre no operation code chop eno womo di kan de baaye enti womo announce ku no ene esa anopa bia no womo kire mu se Broadcasting House of Ghana Broadcasting Corporation honom na sa abre na ye official radio station na ewo Ghana ho ena womo ehase enti sa 1966 bre no mu no ye promote no eko Major General enti na wakam oye member ewo National Liberation Council amanyoko no emu enti sa bre no ena ku no womo efa ho adwen make sure say won betimi execute ni nyina amane sa bre no na Liberation Council eko no womo hwehwe no womo saka sanse enipa binom no sa bre no womo fe se enkruma no wadi oman no so womo so obeye niema bebre ene nsakire ba woman no emu nanso eduru ba bi no na enipa bi kire se wabeda ni dictator waka wo bi nka bi na ase de bia wono nko na agenda na temamufuo no de ne dru baabi no na ase wo yeyi wo mu asinchen eno nti no wo se de bi wo ma mpe kwan bi so no wo ma mfa ku ameyi na mfiri ho a bia na niema akosei na 17 April 1967 ewo ho framantem no emu eno mchese Ghana Army bi rise wo hono a wo mo nso ebe overthrow NLC aban no na saa enkrofo no a wo mu firi ho hono be ye saa ku no saa pen no na edin a eda so eye guitar boy Lieutenant Yeboanom ene ne mrantie wo mo na edi animu dendendendendendin a enya asem kuma enti abakosem kakra efa Major General Kotoka no history kakra ene mabo ede a chewo no na international airport ye Kotoka international airport a ye ka ho asemi wo mo edeto wo mo de ne din eto so se ebeye enkaye dum ede ama owura no aside ku ni ade na yade a wo ma ye adwuma pa wa ban mu a enye easy na biaye ya wo mu ku no na eye honom enti enye nansen mu kura mfie bi atwam anu wo mo so wo mo ye expansion ewo airport honom na wo mu bubu saa ne statue na esi hono a na biaye wu ye no wo mo ye ohoni kakra bi si honom se ebetimi aye enkaye dum so eduru brebi no na esese wo mo tretre eniema mu aban sesa fa nimdeɛ ewiase akonanim enti na esese wo mo ye expansion bi e wo airport wo no krampo ne ba ye nti na saa wo honi no wo mu edwiri fi ho enye saa nka nenne ya me ne wo kasen ukọ hɔ no mu a wobɛhunu sɛ ne statue no esi hɔ no mu a ɛyɛ nka yɛ dum baabia wɔto ananom wɔnseɛ do wabra wɔ mo ɛbɔ ne tuo ɛwɔ hɔ nom no enti history kakra ɛwɔ hɔ ɛfa owura no nasɛm ɛho ɛna makyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛde ama wo no na yɛbɛbɔ ɛne kakra bi ɛde ama wo ne interview bi ya mmerɛ bi atwa mu wɔ yɛyɛ ɛne abakɔsɛm kakra mabɔ ne tɔfa no enkomo bi yɛfa ho no yɛntie bi mmra.
How is the reconstruction of the country going since the overthrow of the Nkrumah regime?
Doing very well indeed. Going very well. Everybody is working hard, and we hope it won't be long when things will be on a good footing.
Returning to ex-President Nkrumah, do you think he'll ever try to return to Ghana?
We'll be very pleased indeed to have him back in Ghana. We'll give him the red carpet.
Thank you, sir.
Abusia enti interview no we yes abre no a wo mo overthrow Nkrumah ewo ne dibre se o man mpani no ye besan aboso biem ye ba ye bekwa ahoma no so ne yakodi nkomo.
How is the reconstruction of the country going since the overthrow of the Nkrumah regime?
Doing very well indeed. Going very well. Everybody is working hard, and we hope it won't be long when things will be on a good footing.
Returning to ex-President Nkrumah, do you think he'll ever try to return to Ghana?
We'll be very pleased indeed to have him back in Ghana. We'll give him the red carpet.
Thank you, sir.
Enti we ye wabra no wo kyerɛkyerɛ nneɛma mu ɛde afa wo mu overthrow Nkrumah saa pen no ne yebisa ne sɛ na womo na di ku ne ba ye a wo ma bedi o man no sen na Ghana ekono so wo mo ba ye no wo mo bɔ adwuma tum sɛ na eniema ekoyi pa enti interview ni bi eno no na ye bɛkɔ ahoma no so na ye ne Dr. Abdul Jalilu Atieku wo political science lecturer ewo University of Ghana ye ne no ekɔ ne akwa kodi nkomo kakra de afa san hyehyɛ yi ene ensakyerɛ fafuro ya abai opanyi kɛseɛ ye mo adwo mo akɔ aba eba SOMPA FM so enkran. Adom ye gidi se won so bebia wo bi ye da se so se abribia no ye bo wo punu mu a wo bie yen na wotimi ekyerɛkyerɛ eniema mu kakra ema ye ni so yi pa no na doctor yen hwade ya kenkan abakɔsɛm kakra de afa kotoka ya wanya ni baabi ekro general na brabɔ ya wo bɛbɔ ye adwuma wo bɛyɛ ye free cool no pen so nyina ibi ansa na cool ni bɛba hwɛ ntete a wafom otim sɛ military rank ne de wakɔ ni nyina asi afei wo mo bɛ overthrow Nkrumah ene na aban adwuma a wo mo bɛyɛ ye ne ade na ne akoma nkomo nyina asɔre no ensɛm ne nkɔmɔ ahodoɔ ɛbobɔ ba sɛ kotoka wiemhyɛn gyina bea no aban ɛdane din no ayɛ no Accra International Airport na nipa bebre no anakyerɛ wɔ madwene question ya edi kan maybe say generally no wankasa no sɛ gyina esie hu ne sɛ
yo minti amda se that nisa afirgunche atiefo nyina I think say edia I think answer be establish say whether it's a good thing and I say a good thing ka what say you make can say kotoka right that would be kind no where you obi na I mean in terms of military rank now when you pipa if you na or no ankara any Africa no because no mean I can now move that presidential commission as of that time so the said before Edino Kotoka International Airport, now Accra International Airport.
Okay.
Established here.
Okay.
Well, so maybe I can say just about 10 or 11 years time, and almost Sisa Edino. Why not almost Sisa Edino? Now a National Liberation Council, government, military government now now only two. Kwame Nkrumah abayano eguye 1966 no.
Right.
So etu no And then some few years, about a year or so, not this abortive coup no year. Now it's largely. They came from the military barracks who right and every 2 years about Lieutenant after a lieutenant a second lieutenant Poku. And it was largely until basically it was that coup no and the why now and at the point they be not no and a ma military government no extra a dino eben name Kutuka International Airport.
Okay.
So over Kaya, it's because there are some people, most people will tell me that coup, that abortive coup, no, it was to remove that government. Yeah, and to Myanmar, it is coming from CPP. To me, about abitiki about the range of government now, answer military for every 2 or more. So if you look at it, the Nkrumahis are against Kutuka any group no because number 2 are buying a right. So also if you look at the NDC largely they are Nkrumahis. Okay. So Nkrumahis have never been comfortable say a dino because who was Kutuka is because now a military almost 2 CPP are buying a guye. So the Nkrumahis are not happy about that. Recently, somehow the minority leader and so okay, he was speaking say while Kutuka the only person now I say most of the national monuments, even though through like tribal some of the MPs now almost Volta region, trying to took the ethnic card. But underneath you see that those that are against the Nkrumahis, right, who feel that there is nothing wrong. But the Nkrumahis are also against it. So in my view, once it was used to be the Accra International Center, almost because of Kutuka and what the Kutuka at that point, Omodi Airport, it was because of the 2 are buying Ekuye. So if that is the reason, then I think if the change happen, I think I have no problem with it. But the point is that what would the change, whether it is Accra International Airport, another Kutuka International Airport, what will it add to development? That's the question. But in terms of the rationale behind the API, buying Agu. And that's all kind of to buy Agu. As a result of that, it's like you want to reward him for a buying about to Agu, so you are honoring him for that. Okay. So on that basis, in my view, I think if it is supposed to stand, there is no problem. I have no qualms with it at all. But the fact is that whether it is Kutuka, whether it is Atlanta National Center, I noticed that something significant will be added to development to another aid.
Na Doc Yense, Oshe Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Ejuma na womo wo mai emu in terms of minor enkanko, ansa na ku no ebeba. Any ku nechi, yira Kutuka ni team ninso ebe toa so no. Wode to sa 2 regimes noa. Do you think say sa memory no na won pese wo ona no na sa bre no worth it ana?
In my view, it's not worth it. It's not worth it because even though it said there were Kwame Nkrumah person, there were issues. Okay, issues. So it can be Emma Kunu Ebaye. But who share the development of Kwame Nkrumah Breso or the Emma or the mark of mine? I think that it is always being asked. So if you are taking it for Kutuka, why won't you name it after Kwame Nkrumah? And that I was just asking this question there. Why won't it be Kwame Nkrumah? Because if you were airport in Kumasi and we name it after an important figure, right? From Ashanti from Kumasi, the Prempeh effect. So why can't we go through it and name the airport after Kwame Nkrumah? If we do that, I do not think it will be, I mean, but it will be a good thing, right? But the fact that Kwame Nkrumah, I mean, development, infrastructure development, education, health, right? What the in Africa, Ghana, till date, we are still enjoying some of those things, right? So I think that naming that an important infrastructure after Kutuka, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all.
Right.
Yeah, in limited years, Kwame Nkrumah time, there were some problems. The PDA, but who go in I mean, in Ghana, it still remains, I mean, the force in terms of your development, in terms of your political development, economic development. So that's why, in my view, it should not just be just like taking it back to the Accra International. And they are also, I think that the government wants to take it to Accra International to avoid the future. Say, a party be so bad, like the way we do things. I name after Kwame Nkrumah, another pro
political party be the ban almost. So
maybe that is also the reason why the government wants to just change it to the Accra International Airport, so that maybe in future there wouldn't be the need to say new government be about or more Nkrumah to mobile, right? But I think that if they are taking, I mean, they are changing the name from Kutuka to Accra, because in view of the fact that Nientia named that airport after Kutuka, so for those reasons, I think that if the change happens, I have no qualms with it at all.
I think that brings me to my next question. Say on minor, Doc, ye what policy framework be a regulate anase a chere adwene a tie se aban bi betimi asi ginaye anase the state ne betimi decide say edin wei ene ye pese ye de to institution we so ye wo bibisa a direct naming of public institutions ana.
I think, in my view, no, we do not, because in Kanye, I do not think a big name, government member, no one name, na or more equipe, na another. I said those naming, the two edema government now also. But I think that this issue that you raise, I think it's something that we need to reflect on it and have something like that. Even there is a department that will be responsible for that, so that they do it in the interest of the nation, rather than the interest, especially the interest of government, because government will come, government will go. So if we allow this continue, say, or no bit to me, there was even one time, University of Ghana, they wanted to even change it to name it also. And yes, the University community no extended a question, and then this particular figure. So I think that we need to have a conversation on it. So if there is like a department that is responsible, yes, I name so that it will remain, so that we don't necessarily need to change it. Right. But the naming should be done based on something, because some of the infrastructure universities require name after certain sometimes you wonder why we should move to this. They say.
Yeah, so
one I see the whole university. And because university I'm found today, they are going to be different. Obi and the BDN, will need contribution to that particular infrastructure, and I said all because of partisan politics and not why. So I think this your question is something that I believe that we need to reflect on it, and so that we chart a better course.
Yeah.
Now, the monuments, say, if we name them, they should remain as such. If we name the airport, Accra Airport, after Nkrumah, it should remain irrespective of the government that will come. So I think that will be the right path for us to move on.
Are you of the view, says Sankomoya Ekobeyi? A tit for tat biana, because free and ranwa I've listened to conversations far amanyofo being koma womdi both MPP NDC any other nkrophobia in the eyes of Ghanaians and on papers no my almost a neutral ground to phobia, but woman says amanyophobia chi they are like, oh, this thing started when Mampeni Ekufuado, former president, a buy or honoma yesi a name institution way na UDS yasasano near the obedient atoso institution we near the obi former president bi din ato so enti asa sa rename no wo mo kira mampani Akufo-Addo enna wo hyase de baaye enti se ne NDC fo so abade a wo mo hunu se eye ade bi o mo ye se wo mo de be ona MPP fo bi no mo kra no wo mo nsanni se de na wo kire nim no enti hu se we no eye ade bi a yadane na manyosem a MPP fo ye enti ene ye nso ye ba abesesa no.
You can't take the politics from it. But I mean, say, you can't say, because it predates him. Even over President Kufuor time, the time I exercise from a Flagstaff house about Jubilee House. So now a Flagstaff house, and almost about Jubilee House. Even at the time, Tamil Square, so there were so many issues. So naming it, you're going to say politics. But I'm saying that for the time, broso. All right, because there are certain key persons there. You don't actually see the contribution to the nation. All right, but even though yes, Omudinu in India, but if you want to look at so many people of my more. Excellent personalities, but because of politics, we name them after them because they are our founding figure in terms of the political. So, of course, that is why you find the other side almost about they want to reverse those things. So, in the would be kind of say if we have a framework in place, maybe there legislation or there should be a responsible department so that when they do it. They will do the research so that it will be fitting. Say, name this particular edifice and then after this person is fitting because the person has made significant contribution in this particular way. Now, so I think, and I said I was we should change the Accra, Accra, they should name it like Nikwabna Boni, the Osu Alatamante. Right, some of only did the nationwide boycott of European goods near A. So basically, I think that we need something like that so that we can streamline the naming of some of the important monuments.
Doc, ye jawo amuakono. Do you think say we ne kura ehu hia? Even if say ehu hia, is this the right time?
I think, well, after the right time, I think we said it's not the right time. When again, will also be the right time. Are you getting it? So the point is that once we are not naming it after any individual, okay, once it's going to be from Kotoka to Accra, reverting to the original name, I think there is no problem with that. But the fact is that it is not going to add anything. And no interest because of that, it's going to lead to the expansion of that infrastructure near Nazde and then at the Bebre. But the point is that at a certain point in time, the right thing must be done. Once Kotoka, was honored because of his death now, Lieutenant after because of all this, after that edifice, and yet or no, making any significant contribution to that airport. So if we reverse it, I think I won't say that it's not the right time.
Right, Doctor Meyenda wasipi na yemfa unsi haeda se ne wobre ne wadaje a wenya ediamaye ene enwumre. Right. Abusuafo panyine ya ene no ekodi nkomo sesei eye Dr. Abdul Jalilu Atieku. Oya political science lecturer ewo University of Ghana suapono emu wono so nadwene ya wachre ede afa enkomo no eho ntino akwakoye ensempi na seye ka General Kotoka asemi na nipa dodo no amigidi se mekan history no wahu bebia no ofri enti enkrata bi efri framantem honomo aba na Dr. Eliklim Kwabla Apetogbo wono ena nensa ehesa enkrate ya so ye voter regional commissioner Emma National Development Planning Commission sadie eba ye yese yenuanomo fraufo wo maka wo manu atumu wo mpese wo mbet kasa wo mbetena hwa na nipa baako a wonu sesi ane ne din aye monument kese da ho no aban no ahwe aba be ye firi ho na chese voter ho de ya ahwere wo mo ne ade nti enkrata ifiri ho no mo aba na nia ewo mu enie yewura yi e kire se watetetete ensema hodo ya ekoso ewo mai emu majority leader ya wona Ministry of Transport so wo so aka bi se aban eye nhyehyɛ se de be ya Kotoka International Airport no won be yi edin Kotoka no e de afiri ho no man no Accra International Airport wabra Kotoka ne kura no koma Accra ahye ho enti nsesaye ewo mu no ene de ewe he na Volta Regional Commissioner Emma National Development Planning Commission Owura Petogbe ya ye ka ne ho asemi waso opese wo kama Ghana fo nyina te se we eye misplaced policy misplaced policy priority ni nyina ne se ye wo niam ahodo bi yesese ye nso no ye de ehia ansa ne ye de fata enti we no ye de fata yenye de ehia no ansa wose ye den ne ye ka ho asem se Ghana ha sei hwese de omayi mu aye den de afa enwuma ya enni ho ya omanfo enya bi no omaye public debt omayi ebosia boro ye wo sika da yanimu esese ye tua sikasem enima bebre wo hono mu a enkoye investment ahodo ye esese aban no woye na ede mfasode ebre dwadifo ni nyina gu honom electricity ensuo tariffs ho asem wo ho yenkan enwuma ho asem wo ho yenkan ye se ye bebie niema ma na ye fo edan rent be ye fo na obi afa no wasi abrabo so a wo kɔ no watimanya bia ye ni nyina wo ho yenkan ye na yenkote a yese ye kosesa airport bidin and was sa de ye aban ne pese wo ye no uyi sikasem ye wo ho no mu efiri ho no mu a afei ena ebe kɔ mai emrase bedwam wo mbekɔ akotena ho ebobo ho eye waste of time and energy waste of resources sanko ebre no wo mbesa edi edi sanko mo nyina nka ebetimi e de aye nhyehyɛ bi ebi abi obi kura ebetimi aye ho adwuma ma na yeye wo free parliamentary de ne nso a administrative capacity ye hia sika ne de aye saa ensakere ne sanse rebranding bekoso system update bekoso expenses ahodo aban ne beye across eye global aviation ahodo yenka logistics chese digital platform so de ekura maaye enti no se wo kekeri saniema we nyina ne e car aban betimi abo all in the name of odien say yes san airport bidi na me pa acho wo say yes san airport ni din a emfasode ya ben directly na de beba ordinary Ghanaian no a wo no te ho no emfaso ben na de bebre na brabo enti wo se niema bi wo ho no mo a ensese yesoso aban no so wo ho kora enti wo mo ka bi ewom amanyofo enye se bi amanyosem ntie bi a amanyokuo bi t-shirt ya eheme ana flaga ekura me ebo me muma so nti no se bi ade no nyansa bi ani mu kura no a na ye pese chinchine twan politics nti ye defend ya ema ne to asum wo se saa kwan ne ye bekoso wo man mu dia enya de se ebeboa enti wono ne de ene natenaye no wo munu se wei enya de a ehu behia afei yenuanom fra mantamufo ene Volta kokosai wo parliament watu bia mamo Volta Regional House of Chiefs nananom atrankonya fra mantamu watu bia mamo afei yenuanom a wo fra mantamu a wo makopie mu wa brochire munyina diaspora fo no mo ka ho ene Voltarians a wo mu wofie nyina wo se munyina mo nka mom na mo nsore said ye beya mbeti me asi aban no ho kwan wo sa na mo ya wo babetu sanse sebe won de ohunu semfa so die bia eni so Dr. Eli Klim Kwabla Apetogbo wo ye Volta Regional Commissioner Emma National Development Planning Commission wono ena nensa ehyesa nkrate yase a emunsem de bebre kwa ne tofa bom ena mede ama no hot bite kasebo esuni SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra Pepsodent ADWOA ena yede enkomoyi ebaye me se enum kankan enye eguni panimu ase pebi na fatwu se Pepsodent edin na ye ba akopɛ eye Pepsodent efritete yesoma ase koto toothpaste kura kwa ase me to Pepsodent enti over 25 years ni ye Pepsodent ba ye wo ma ye adwuma nipa dodo na di ho adanse sesi akra de wo ma dandan ne mani wo ma de chako ne heba ne ne keka ho no nyina aba enti wo flavor wo pɛ no eno na wo be yusu bia ye tonton sa ne nyina supermarket shopping malls okwa wo benya Pepsodent atofa bi etwitwu osi anopa enwumre wo koda nso ano waye ne saa time herbal mixture eye 3 dia drop bi ne no mo Dr. Tafrija ene dia ba bia ye tonton nuro bia wobenya bia to number wo be frɛ mu amutu aton ana bia bia wo no wo hia dodo bia wobetimi afrɛ ne dia bro 0244 417-669 0244-417-669 enyumre yebedidi na yebedi dokunu a eja wom saa brei wo momoton dokunu yina wo ma hyase e park ne man ekosi kwan no eho eye Jos hot kinky 3 Ghana cedis pe eye wholesale price se program bi na wo ye e na wo hia dodo de aseve wo hoho a wo de kodome commercial bank no echi ho no mo a obehu se Jos fo wo mo wo de oduru commercial bank junction no krabo nso wo signboard ni si ho Jos bread and pastries follow neko obekwa akoto wo mo e wo honom na wakwa akoto bi aton number obetime reach wo mo no e 0256 068834 0256 068834 ene afoforo bi ya ebresem ne yede wo mo ho nso adansedie no ebeba wo mo na eso yesena yede kase ebo no ebrem sa bredi ye to ano nsia bremu kase ebo no eso
yegusu gina mu e wo kotoka international airport no a manfo bebre pesa ya dana no na ya no Accra International Airport no wosofo a wohwa akobade ensam so e wo man Ghana mu e yewura Bukari nipe Joseph ka ho wode atojo cha se we amoyi amanfo bebre ese we ya amanyosem e na wone ye wosenya no kure we wo mu kura de wo mu nya kura nwene ho sa amanyosem bi kura e ya be fatafata ho na bra wode sansem we nyina tudwa no na wagina e STC wonum ya de mu ho a e wankra he ya State Transport Company wo mu finfini ho ya na wone manfo ho no edi nkomo na yensa ntwofo no e bopini no a wo mu zansa pani sa de we nyina no wo waso eyenu mu de enti na mo yesa wo kire mu sei.
We are not doing this with any political thinking. We are doing this to come from a very neutral point of view that Accra is our capital city. It is not anybody's name. If we want to name other monuments or any other to honor somebody in his role in the 1966 coup, we feel that that history is not what a Ghanaian would want to hear. The fact that it had an original name, and that name was when the first president gave that name to the airport, we should do that, and Kwame Nkrumah himself in his grave will remember, even if the spirit is anywhere and it is coming home, it will get to his original Accra International Airport, no any other name.
Enye di fufobia, not any other name. We ayeyera Joseph Nipe Bukari. Woni oswafo hwa akobedi ensam so e wo man Ghana mo.
Ewon senkro no ho na NDC wona wakasa edema wonom nemu baako Yera Hamsa Suhini wono swed na no atomo kyerese ade a wonom edi ho yawo ene se kotoka ewiemhye gina bia no Yera kotoka din poteya edaso no ede wo haw ene yaw keke ene bekai Ghanafo esan se aban tungo ho folefole ya ne din no na ehihye muntene so obi kasa mo kasa aban no eya amanyosem ene odi rewam na mmom edin na edaso no enkansempa emfa nkyere oman yi ene yabakosem ho emu.
I fully subscribe to the government policy decision to have it renamed. First of all, because of the realization now that indeed the 1966 could cause so much havoc to the progress of this nation. It cut short a transformational agenda that the late Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was championing. That even in decades as a country, we still struggle to model our transformational agenda to match the path that Nkrumah was taking us on. And so it is only proper for us to accept in sober reflection.
Yenya na wa tu mpanyimfo hyehyeye ene de wode egu akwam se wo baba yensesemu ewo kotoka wiemhye gina bia ho no na entimi mo omai Ghana sebe ya amansan nimpo no ye ne wonum nyina betimi agina sohyama baako so na etimi aboa ama empuntu mpanyimfo so pese wotwe edebre omai Ghana dehye no yensa kan enam san hyehyeye a wonum eyesu wei a member of the NDC communication team Yera Hamsa Suhini Edward Nsemi Etuja.
Ye free kotoka ensemnemonia share amania foforo mampani abedi echire Her Excellency Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajaman and wode atu dwatre hia ehia sesesia no esesa ye hye emabunu enkran na ye bowo mo achi se de beya ne titru ema ene wo mo a wo mo ye nnwuma enkuma ne adantemu no ye betimi ahye wo mo nkran sanse ebibre mu se ye kan economic transformation se o man betimi asesa na sikasem agina yi a enam sa small enterprises any medium for no eso na wode nsem we nyina etudwa ewo advocacy dwumadie bi ekoso en wochire mu se Africa Continental Free Trade Area sanhye nyina no eye opportunity na akwanya kese bi a ebetimi atintima atretre investment ahodo ne niema bi a emabunu pese wo mde wo ho hyem wosese ye kasa ni titru pa ne ema ya wo mo eye businesses nkuma afei na eba ene adantemufo no wo mo brepa ne titru wo mo mpese wo mo ye export trade se ebi enye Ghana hanko mpese wo mo didwa etra ekwama no ne ade no wo mo bre enti saa brei enesese se aban no ewo moa bi ana se wo mo wonhyehyɛ bi ebetimi aboa saa SMEs a wo mo edeba enunti ena saa reset agenda yi a NDC fo de abai wo mani abre wo mo dendenden se wo mbetrem no wo mama Ghana fo ate ase se de beye so betimi abamfa so ede ama enwuma bi a etise yenti
that such advocacy platforms have emerged to complement work of the African Continental Free Trade Area, which is headquartered here in Accra, to champion inter-African trade and deepen intra-African economic cooperation, investment, and mobility. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this commitment is not new. Recently, at the United Nations, President Mahama stated that Africa would shape the future. He is just as convinced of that today. And central to that conviction is a simple truth. A future that excludes young people, women, and small enterprises is not one we can afford to sleepwalk into. It is a belief that lies at a reset agenda. The idea of a reset is to move us from dependency.
Ene ya yekotie sesia yi eye Her Excellency Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajaman wono ene o mai mampanyine abedi echire Nana Opon Checheku ene de amane boyi ebae
atemuafo nyina won mo pani awa man Ghana mu no eye Justice Paul Bafoboni wono ne George fo nyina wo mo president oye Chief Justice no na wono na akasa wa de to immigration fo anim say na no say na immigration fo no wo mo say aban ne nshada mpe wo mo hwe wo ma ka tu asem kra no aya something which is there eno na no akrampo ene ne ne ya wia impo oso afọ officer so kwa chawom Nizana Vara ma kuma akwadio no se wo mo nye na ja anya hwe kra mo betimi atenatrem na wo de afafa boda no so a atimi aboa pa Chief Justice say immigration for juma wo ye no eye pa na nso se ankrofo ya wo mani mu ntientie ya wo mani aka komisa nwa tabra nwa ye hwe nso hye agu ne so China foi won ba no mba ndutu ye nsa ase sa ye nsa ase no no mu se ye nso na mba kwa ye so manya vote bi wa China wa go da ye mu se ma won ba fa Ghana he ya se betimi atu won so sa is immigration for kan ho
some of the ways of dealing with crime
Justice Paul Bafoboni ena yaten kan wodi nsem wanyina tu dwabra woba modi aba nan ekopie mu e Comptroller General edema Immigration Service no Yera Samuel Basentale Amadu na kache eno de sa appeal passionate one wode kwato danim
Efri afia pema henkro eduokunu mienu 1992 ya wa my Ghana ya shase eto santen eto abano ene efinhia na bia no mrahye bedwam no wonum hwe na wonhye wondwumedie ase semfie dan no eso se ne amamra ne sie semfie na bia yenkoto aba foforo no na foforofo eba mrahye bedwam a na wonum egudada ye wo ho no na wonum soso asa atoa so ewo foforo yemu ye kasai parliament anasem mrahye bedwam no wona wonum ewo ho mpempen wo mu ene toso enkono efri bra ya hyase eto aba ya wo from say ninth parliament no na yewura Kingsford Sumana Babin wono ene mrahye bedwam achiamehene wodi atudwa e kyerese asansa fa ade a wode kyerente no wonom nine parliament wonom ebehye ho fa na fashion nyina ne se wonom bebu nkompo de ahwe wachi dwumadi ahodo ya efri se parliament chance di dwuma ne ayede enye womu nyina no wonom ahwe na womu ayi BF matete BF mu na de esefota se wode ka ho no so no etimi aboa ama dwumadi aganafo eni amamra no ede ahye wonsa sa wonhwe enhye mra emo my Ghana yempuntuo no yen sentimenka ewo yaboboa no wonom etimi asedru sabotaye no eho na asemo a wotu ode tu dwa no woto ede ma majority leader Yera Mahama Yalega ena ebise awie mu ewo eye Alexander Afenyoma Kenya wono nimonyafo esaye futumra hyebedwane a wodadom kumana no wonom nyina eta na chise yampa asemo ode abeto woni de esefata se wodi ho sa adwuma sa yenko bra speaker wokasa no ensam no se ne wosika an fire
that the speakership, together with leadership of the House, is planning to observe the 1-year anniversary of the inception of the 9th Parliament. This event will provide an opportunity for deeper introspection into the operations, conduct, and the lived experiences of the first session of the 9th Parliament, with a view to distilling lessons to guide the work and conduct of business during the second session. The date for this observance and the detailed program outline will be communicated to honorable members and the public in due course.
Nia wakasa ye wano ena ya chiamehine ewa mrashebedrem Yera Right Honorable Aban Sumana Kingsford Babin ena yetienu.
Allied health professionals ya womudu omujuma ewo kolebu aban ya sabia. Womo eye enhyehyese nka efri nnedai edeko womo ebetie tua womo nkonko ye dwuma nso womo atwensa agina isi ne nyina asensen na ne enti ananka womo pese womo ye sa strike no ene se empenifo a eda ya sabia na no womo de akoto womo anim se womo ehia directorate bi a ebetimi amanage affairs ne tichupa ediama allied health adwumayefo no womo aka ayasabia ne penifo empese womo betie eno enti no womo hunu se section 69 Emma Labor Act 561 no empenifo pese womo edi embra nanim eye fom enti krom hanso de womo tia dodo no a eye strike ana demonstration tinke no na no wompese enne womo ye na ne enti a womo atwe nyina asensan na ede kyerese womo ni management akwakodi nkomo ama enti ase aye adwuma se adesrede a womo de ba ye no wombetie no ma ye no asopam General Secretary Edema Medical Laboratory Professional Workers Union Dr. Sifas Kofi Akoto wono na nsem twofo twetwe nkomo no wo say management ye waya asabia no ano no wo ma hye wo mo bose adesrede no wo mbeye enti wo ma mo bosome baako entem so wo mo hwe na de wo mo bisa no wo ma nya mfa mo dia any strike no ebeba so.
Now, when you come to the Kolebu Central Lab itself, where the main laboratory departments are found, we need a leader at that place as well. But management has promised that they are going to appoint the laboratory manager within the acting officer within 1 week, and within 1 month duration, there will be competitive selection process.
Eneya yekotie ye Dr. Sifas Kofi Akoto wono chocho for penyine Emma Medical Lab Professional Workers Union ena yete ne nkano na enhyiamu no na board chairman Emma Kolebu Teaching Hospital Dr. Titus Bayu na wono nso eti meeting na sebi na wahyebo se resolutions ana ensem bi a womo kokan ye ewo meeting na se Emma womade womo nsa etintim so no management behye se wombeye no woma implement ni nyina bosome baako no entem se de beya Allied Health Service Directorate na adwumayefo no womo hwehwe no wombetimi enya.
Well, I don't know when the other time was. Since we have been at the help of affairs of Kolebu, we've never had a strike. What I can say is that all the issues are resolved. They were basic administrative issues.
Penyine ya yetene nkan board chairman Emma Kolebu Teaching Hospital Dr. Titus Bayu.
Eno ya pomne ye nyina ho na ansa kra na ebekọ Kolebu no bi ho asa asemsia na se titru pa se obi wanya emergency pa ana se bia ba bi wo critical condition yamfa ne nko Kolebu ha beti wow na just ambulance no na ne nko bata ne bia ewo ahafomantam no mu no wo mo che se wo mo ambulance no se de akam yedupo to the whole half region aka 2 ni aka nyina engine break it down wo mo kwaka ya se montwan ya de bi beba adechi amontwan ya de bi beba ya de montwan sa be mfie manim do ni nyina akam na o kire mo se ambulance he ukopie mu kukuom Kenya asimbem go so emfinfin ne mfafrom ho nyina atete apansam ono mo ahye ne maako ensia nom de adwuma emu nan ya de ahye boase ama sese wadurofu ene ya de ahye hyase kama ne ties nyina tutu sanse odi si wokura enya adwuma bia pani a wo reveal sa secret nyina de ma ye no regional administrative manager edema national ambulance service Prince Owusu Achena na wakane nsem no sei
I have two ambulances, one as now, 4 of them engine out of commission also replace. Engine I break it down. It's a replace ambulances, no engines. Well, of we saw boss and also air function, but boss main ambulance, main ambulance, I know out of commission break it down. Into no car, or packet no. Yeah, SOMPA
we administrative manager I have for man tam no ho no a edema national ambulance service Prince Owusu Achena and wa church mu no say some from wo nyina one ambulance nsia no aka mienu pe mienu na aka no kra no ba bi ejina na ejina mrabofo achi mpanifo ahwe no ma anya ho adwuma wo be hu ano na no nso abreki na fe the whole man tam ne nyina no ambulance kra wo mu ni bi
was some Croya home medical officer Metre Oduyefo Penya wono so da Esunafo South Mesia ya Sabia Kesie Dr. Abdallah Edna Noatomubi se obi esu anache se wo su nani wa wono so no na ya Sabia wono eniema ne akade ye betimi aboa ama won botaya wode wo so betimi atwitwa age nkwa no ewa ya afo nso ensem no enya de a etimi koye esanse akade no abo wonom etese de adwonso abo akokọ na wo kire se akwada botofo bi a ye wo no ewo kro bi a ye freno no bekọ na wonom ekire se ne ho me ho nsem na enkoye nti no wo bo ekire edeba wonom empotem ho no na kyesa akwaye den ede ama wonom ekwan ye obefa so kranya ambulance ni bi ede akọ no na kyese aye den no nti no wo mo akasa ayasafo anase wonom a wonom eje nkwa doctors no ene de wonom life anase won kwa to so ebra na ni kwan so omukọ hyehye mu no ene omukọ hyehye mu na ho me kura ye den de ama wonom so no esan wa adwuma ho empopo ye ya wo wonte no wo de won kwa etwa so sa wo kire se sa ne ma wei si ekasa ye di akire na ye hwe ni se ya ama na kose ya de a wan hwa mpanyimfo bete no na wasesa won kuku no won kaka akotena fiente no empanyimfo emla wonom emua
the national ambulance and Kazano. The region has a national ambulance, and this is their home dear. By yet, then I say over 5 months, thousands of over 5 months. They are fair. The region can get an ambulance from somewhere. Especially a ambulance. That is for our hospital. But there is no village that has come to our hospital with ambulance before. They don't move the ambulance, they move the taxi neighbor. But also, the Quran free, another maternity home, and the buy. But the baby was bad. The SPT was 18, the birth was 16, but we were able to stay the child for some time.
Ebusia nipa wakasa ye would wani chiremu ewo kukuo mu a ayasabia kese ye wo ho awatu din se Esunafo South District Hospital no wono ene yeduyefo penny medical officer ya wotua no Dr. Abdallah.
SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra. Eye hot bite kasebo ena yeda so aye kenkan enwumre ede emamo na wo ensemfofro mu na rekosem bi asi ya wo mu echim se chebi asi akwa ya eno no ewo ebu akwa South Mensi no emu ewo epoe mantemu ena sa rekosemi asi yese owura bi a wadi mfihia no beye aduasa 30 years hono mo baabi woye illegal miner na chese galamsi adwuma bi ena woye ese freno Joshua Asiedu na wakoto amena ni bi mu ama ye kasa yi wato ananom ewo ensiedo na enura ena sare hosemi esiye na nipa ba ko ana wogina ho bie ye kiremu ese Isaiah Koka eni nidin ye hwese yensa ebetimi aka no ewo ahoma no so na wodi enchemu abre ne nam so ema abrantie 30 years Joshua Asiedu no wotimi eto nanom ewo nsiedo ewo saa kwan no so wo saa galamsey pit no a yesi wo matu abanden no ya eda baabi na wonya ma ye de ma yento ensem no eso emfa emamo na osofo abedi ekire ya wo hye ehumasua ensem so Dr. Clement Apak na wo bokoko se na nsem mu hwe gyahye ahodo ya ekoso wo hono yesi eje bia to girls dormitory ewo senior high schools ahodo ewo mentifedu mantam no a ya hadwen na ekame kwa ese obi na hyeda etachire no wotwetwaja etum sanse said ye ho hyehye ne de eyade bi very unusual enta ensi ena no kra de eba mu pontamale SHS eno so sa Tolon Senior High School ebi koso ewo ho na ene Dr. Clement Apak ye education minister be de etire ebo anamo eko school ho kohwe said ye nyoma esifa konam wa bi a aban so ebetimi aye ede aboa wo mo ho aka ewo sa ejahyehye no emu no wo maye na wabra wone nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ etwetwe nkɔmɔ ewo nhyiamudi no so sei en wadi tuja.
Asked, indeed instructed, that I should pass by Pontamale Senior High School to have a first-hand account and to receive information about what occasioned the fire or what we suspect may have occasioned the fire, the level of destruction, so that I can give an accurate report. A situation where the fuel rooms available have become overcrowded. So I will report back to Minister with regards to the immediate incident and what occurred in 2018. And I can assure the headmaster, the municipal chief executive, the regional minister, the regional director of education, and the district director of education, that the minister, as we all know, would act with dispatch. I have no doubt that you would see action in the shortest possible time. It is.
Wey Dr. Clement Apak wono ene soafo abedi ekira wo hye ehumasua ensem so.
Oman Ghana mu ye too good pa. Eno na naka no. Ansa na kwasikoko eba na obafa Ghana no mum. Na fe ye agi ye ho ababa frɛ yen se Ghana no. Sa bra ne ye frɛ no Golikos. Eno ye Gokos si campo ano. Sa na ne ye frɛ yen. Na no mre wane ka beti Golikos bre no so. Eye Gokos. Na ni nyina no ye se eba no sika akọ pa. Oman Ghana mu ye ho ade pa. Na ba ye tu a amanfo wa China for your money mun tintie na ma ba sa ni nyina no am de ko no ma se ye nsuo nyina se faka ye nu ya nsuo no ma se buagu uboko Dubai ye ntu good enso na eton good ho mpempra de nyina e ba ye no in fact aban trust din no ka sa ne ye mfa bibi e fe say gold board emra na wo adwuma wo mo ye ekoye pa anu na gold board fo wo mde ba ku bi e fe no Gold Coast Refinery wo mo se no so san be hye wan kona ya wo mde ye mu adwuma na osofo wa Ghana sika sam so Dr. Kasia la to forcing wono na ka say wa kire say Gold Coast Refinery no adwuma woni bo e wo man Ghana mu no na wotwe bia wo mo anye gold ho adwuma kwa na nya 1 metric tons na wo mo aye say yesi wo mde ko manim no na wotwe mienu bi na wotwe bia akra na wo betimi akomanim akoduru be say 2 metric tons ye betimi akoye pa ya no krampo no gold board fo e na aba no ba ano ho ba say won ba bo wo amomo saka sa gold no a won ba ye ho adwuma na yewura Kasiel atuba forcing woni o man ne ba nkomo no what can I say?
Let me first congratulate the Ghana Gold Board for an excellent work done. Gold Board, I'm sure you can all see the benefits of Ghana Gold Board. It is revolutionary and it is visionary. It has changed the landscape of the gold industry in our country. It is touted all over the world as a novelty. And today we are here to celebrate another milestone of the Ghana Gold Board. Clearly, this company, Ghana Gold Coast Refinery, has the ability to refine up to 2 tons of gold per day, per week. Gold Board has agreed to provide them 1 ton of gold per week for refinery. This will be scaled up to 2 tons per week in no time.
Gold Board of Fire say, one ton. Na watwe bia na won dia ye adwuma eno betimi aboa won awon adwuma ye ya won mo ye e dia aboa won man no etimi akoye pa wei eye oman Ghana mu so afo we sikasam so onimafo Kasiel atoba forcing
afeye nto America fe ne nkyeremu wa Asante Mantemu na MPP amanyoko no won titire ni eye Bernard Entwibosiako dodo na efrani chama wontumi ode krata babonten na emunsem a ewom ne de edoso pa ne tofo abom nyina no ene se wode tirin kwansem ene de ma MPP amanyoko no se na no mementa wokọ abato so no wogina wona so etu ahene ne asi ahenefo na wanhwe akwamo ama wontia popo na wode akokoduro kọto aba no ewa asomdwe kwan so ene bia koye kwan so na no achi ena wo kire se sabre ya ye kasa de grassroots no ehia kanini ya wono ankasa no obesi form aba won chen na watimi adwe adwentren so ade afri mpanyin ho se beya embre ya womo ewomu yi wo chesa kan finhia miensa pe na Ghana ekwa abato so MPP amanyoko no wani dase obesa agitumi no ede asi won metri so na wasan ebu oman ni biemunte no opanyina wono wo kokoduro wapanyi ya wa na nto ye obetimi agina so wo amanyoko ni dimu na wasan enya ensi yo honhom na wawa ni suade hunu no empempe wono ena wo mu hia na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wono ne se nipa kro no se MPP amanyoko no akwakoto aba ede amane dia dia ka nyina ne se wo mu nyina beye kro na wonum etimi ata na chiti se suku ni ne bage se beya se ni so ade hunu ya wonum so kita no etimi abem ede ama won wose wantwi watwitwa menantini eni se choka no enfom kosi baabi ente no womma botaye ne ni so ade hunu ni nyina no enkosi 2028 na wose wonya ne sa ne de a ebetimi aboa amo ahokeka ewa adwuma yem no etimi ahyefo na etimi aboa wonum amankonimdie no awiemu die ede amom wo bra Ghanafo ehwe wonsu ne won banya efie miensem obeda na di ede akire no wato aba ede ama wonum wei eye chairman Bernard Entwibo-Siakon chama wuntumi asante mantemo MPP amanyoko no won titire ni eda anwumre wode krata ya babontia sompa kase yada ne biechi ede asomo
ye toaso na yakọ emfinfin mantam no emu na nananom ya womo ewo gomu anyanya no ye no ewo gomu East Mensi no emu en womu etua na monsronko akwakohwese ye ya dodo no a eta no bonsam tawa ni wi ni ehonkro ni be getos no womo akoye operation sronko kra wo honom a empanifo ya eda oman no ano womu echiremu ese wo ye owofo na wo ba ede ne ho hyehye saa ne mana tunifu sesi a because ye che wo mo a enya de esi ebeja wo mo ama wo mo akokwa na wo mo koye no ehemfo nankasa bi no wo mo ka ho asafo groups ahodo beye mienu ye wo gomu anyenya no ho wo mo na champion saa course no odi kro ya wo gomu anyenya no na Kwame Adiwiabo ya wo toso enson wono na de saa kokoboyi ekoma emabunu se wo mo hye na wi nom ne saa brabofo tantan no wo mo twe mo nya saa de a emra no so wo mu a eni o mu bedipa
so wonhu bi a wo sonu ma oda wotum watcher ana wonhu bi watcher na wonu kama police or citizen arrest o man ojitu entinya de wo se wonyam ne pepe na wewie ba se wo kono wonhu de obi ihye ho na onu wi a ana do kitendu bona mesre do ma pim na nanum wo sonu no wonu kama police for na hwe anamora obotu won because the masemi ma akwa Cape Coast national security nda akobo amende what's baba what investigation what you show up to now mentefe my report am police for ankasa wonya no krom ha what's obotu one am up to now PC nti yeso oman no ye ntina ho ne dam nyemede onko nti yansa se ye gi ato ye ho do dey ebotu wa sa ono wo wi na re no man second order wash one Ghana isi second order we there wash one
wei eye gomu anyanya no odikuro ya wo honom na Kwame Adiwiabo ya wotoso enson enu achi asafo groups no de wodi kan eye group number 1 ne leader na Kuntu Blankson en wono so ede atu dwase na nsem ho de area ho de wokọ ajajajajai sanro bone nom no pa ne se de boys ne girls no ede ye wokrom ho no ha dwene enti esese na nanom reta so se sa de ne abrabofo no de wo mo nsoso so wo mpotem ho
na ne nasa se tonisina ne nasa ma okrodo no ne yehule yembebu na se wonu no me ndurubano no ohwo na wo confuse domma basabasa yede eba na asafo no so ma wo yin de asafo no wana bi na bi wo bokuro no wo bono ho ba se wo bono ho ban a wo bono ho ba wa asomdwem nti obi di basabasa ye agire bara nwo no yede wo so ano nti se won wo so ano na wa bobo gato se wonu no ndurubano aba wo yiwoda ana wa height pepepelela ana wo so yanko krom yanko sai na asafo no se tan ya hweji ni na me okoda mbafo no wo ba na obi se uncle no motenton mo yede ye kuro se alisio ye kuro na alisio ye ka wo se munya abutel
wei eye nana Kuntu Blankson woye asafo groups e wogo mu anyanya no wo mo kandini ba kokwaku adema ene de amaneboyi ebaye
ye piemu ewasahi nkwadum na asam kase bi asi ho na no nsu bransam bi etoye ewo mfimfini ho no amate se okopiemu ewasahi nkwadum a wo manfo ho nipa be yese ahasa ene adionum 350 residents ese wo nyina no ba bia mdo meti beto kra no ayasem kase pa na na go fi bench ya odi kan one ya mrante hene na odi nsem wo nyina atudwa no wacha sa no kra wo nyina sanya galamse adawroma enka de ne besie
senti ne sen ekote da nyina no wo hwe akontomla ene yo so a ha ye premier 2 nti ekura so papa nti ema amanyofo ene wo mo a wo na be ye nyina ha odamo koma so pa enkodu kuro so se ye nyina ye bo aban no na ato entima to yin se bi me ko mitukwan am be fa me imeduru ya wo mo se enframa nyame anim ni mo ba se mo mu bi ma aban asote manag bompenifo asote na omo ban no omo hu ne se ayahudri ye kan nyina te mitifie na se mi hu nyame nyame ho obi aba nana yako ha dan ede ya han no sebe o yes FM cause nipa mo pira ene de omo ha dwen nanka ehia ban na ye fere
wei aya nana kofi bench ya wodi kan mrante hene ya wo sahwinkwadum wakasa wi ye pe ana wonu mu a e wo sahwinkwadum no a asem wo ya to won no wo mo so kakra ka ho se
adofo che yesre bala chebe abuka ye na kisa de ahuyehia de ya honi papa anma simrama abotule yesu aso mo nkurati atutu yenya nka po ye na ye light ya ho a kisa nzue pipe na bo wa ba ma hofu na ti yenya nzue ye no yele nzue biara la se wona bo esaye no nti kisa de ewie de yewu nti be abuka ye ayeso de ade bokosima ye no ti me ye nkuro ngodun ade woti me ye ti yesra wan pa yesu ye ni je fridge money ye tv money ye ni je nkurati aseche ye ni je mo yogogu awa ya anu mase bi yesu ye ne ngonzere na alio me ma ngona ye nkura se nya nka ye na yesu ya sechi nti awa wo bokai komji awa ye reche isara mi hia mo andi kura ni ye mi hu ewu nebie mi su enya pe boye na nu o si ana so tu se bi Europe ye mi nje ngu ya timi ye wu papa timi sra wa
in fact asamna awreho kuna ni kura na yesu yo na wo mo aka nyina nso asu bi aka ho mo chese no kure asam na ya awreho sempa Honorable Joseph Apia, one of the assembly member, ya won kwadum emfimfini ho. One of the kakra to so na one mo ayesu. What you say yako, one mo kafra.
Come I ever say I buy between you know the support. Macy assembly so me free say I local office. Na me management akotena say no me be kakra between na ya di aboa no. I think say na ya di aboa because ho ko fi ahogo that community no light almost 3 days now light off. Ensure I mechanize water pumping in alcohol but thanks to the ECG manager who also say at least someone is go for about we have come with my number to so light no baby a bit my pumping it's in on the hour akuafo a na say ti menfo yo because we want am den say na magal am say yes but this time around you need blue water gap for come here say every week be a call but this time around am devise tactics am ko wa bi am agi no ko it is am ko wa na bi you so wa na titi menfo no so mo ayo o mo shise kuruma mko bi say no mo mo na yan fisho mo out so there is a problem no to the
SOMPA eya momwaye na yan fisho mo out say na be ya sa problem nyina no eto ebetimi atwa onyanfo Joseph Apia assembly member ya wo say hwinkwadum ne ne yete ye no
afeye to mi kafia ni nchire bromantam kropon sunwane mu na July 2022 me check it out sabosome no e won fimpim ye no ene aduonu mienu mu e na omanhene ya no wote adwa so de ma de hye wo na na bosoma aso nkrawiri ya wono etoso mienu woti nananom ewo ekura eduebu a ebobu pone mu nte no na ejese wo mo hwe na wo mo eye na eye na bibia so no etimi ekoye wa amamra ne amane kwan so na 2024 ni mu eno mo hwe ya na yiyo no wode ehhehye so na aka wo bia wonom ede ne be hye anemu eno ena adehye ya ewo ho no akonwa to wonom nyina etimi pribie nte no na akwaye se pinche kakra bamu ewo odi ya ewo se wotena akonwa ne so neno ena adehye na ewo ho ne bi kire se Dr. say tutu ena chese oba hima ya wono ewo eye sunwane wono eta na chese opese obetena konwa no so wa bra ni kwan se sa ena eyo enam sa yo so na akoso adua aso sika bra ye ya wotoso mienu sunwane mahima adehye bi kire se wonom atwena se sa de afri na konwa so epepe ye mu no sofo ya wono hwe kronkuma memuoso ahemfo nkonwa ne eho ensenkan ye ɛna ɔsomfe kuo nso ho nsɛmkaeɛ soɔ Major Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Regional Affairs wɔnimonyafo Abed Ibrahim wɔno so ɛde n'ano atom bi kyerɛ sɛ nana asɔ wɔno ankasa ɛna yi ɔba ahema ɛwɔ sunwane obia ɛni hɔ obetimi etu no ɛde afiri n'akonnwa no so ebie mu nso no wɔ kansi so dua sɛ ɔdɛfoɔ ɔgye amansan boahen kɔkɔ yɛ wɔtɔ so mienu ɛnso ɛna mpempenyi judicial committee ruling na wɔde ba yɛso no ɛna ɛnyɛ parliament chief anaso ɔmanhene wɔ hɔ no wɔno so na ne to esi akonnwa no so wɔ nti no wama afɛnu no bosome miɛnsa so wɔnhwɛ na wɔni asomdwie ho ɛnsɛnkaeɛ kosi sɛ saa nsɛnkaeɛ no bɛtɔ dwa no ɛnyɛ ade a wɔbia wɔ ho kwan sɛ pinche bia etimi ma ne homene so ɛwɔ saa ɛnsɛm no ho yɛnkɔnkɔtie bra na wɔkasa ne nsɛm na wɔkan ne bi
Wana traditional council for that matter should not mind the who indicate a sepata bema ma na fe so na fonya na ya butu no ya besa yin apaja na so enti I don't hear this share so we can
na kyerɛ sɛnea na ehyiamudie ne kɔso no ahemfo ne bia wɔnom ɛwɔ sunwane na nanom atankonyansa asɛ so na wɔnom esigi asɛm no ɛho nkɔmɔbɔ ne bi ɛne yɛkɔ ekotie yi
Afei yɛmfa wo enko hafoano Southwest abato empeswa so ewa santemantamu na enkurotuo makomako beye ensia ena sesi ade wɔn nse eda hyeremu sanse akwanbɔne ya wɔn ne nam so wɔ hɔ no sesi DC ya wɔ empotem ho no nyamfo Abubakar Sadiq ahyase atwitwi kwan no ɛso sɛ de bɛyɛ mfuturo ne ade bia emmoa emma adwade hu nsɛm entimi nkɔso no ɔmanfo no betimi nya wɔn asomdwe na mpotem hɔ de wɔn kyerɛ sɛ dodoɔ no akua ɛne wɔn ɛyɛ nso akwanbɔne enti da bia nnuane no kora no wɔn enya ɛhyɛn na ababefa nnuane no afiri hɔ wɔn bɛdɔ enko wiase sika kuma bi ne abɛtɔ ne fofofo sansa kwan no kora no enye wabra wɔne yama ne boni Ebenezer Owusu ansa etwetwe nkɔmɔ no sei ɛna ɔkyerɛ mu sɛ reset agenda na ɛba ne de ba bia wo bia benya so mfa so
ɛne sɛbe party platform wɔn ma mu nyinaa na mo wa pressure sɛ yɛmfa school dan ɛmmerɛ yi yɛbɛsɛ sɛ adwuma no kɔ so a mu nyinaa mama ni yɛ dɛn ɛnkɔ ho ɛmmoa bi a contractor ni yɛ bia no mumua no because project no ɛyɛ idea ɔno ɔyɛ yie no a yɛabɛ hand over ayɛ dɛn ɛda makuru no adeɛ bi a mo yɛ bia sɛ mo yɛ dɛn mo boɔ mo na this time around so no me so mo frɛ contractor sɛ adwuma ho ɔden kakra ɛwɔ yɛ mansini mu a enti sɛ ɔmo ba na ɔmo yɛ adwuma na ɔmo try yɛ maburu no yɛ carpenter fo yɛ mason fo yɛ ɛma sɛ bɛ ɔmo so twa so nsuo ɛyɛ dɛn ɛwɔ ɔmo try sɛ bi a ɔmo ma ɔmo so adwuma akasa bɛ kakra ɛra de bi mbutu na me ka saa asɛm nyinaa nso no last contractor ni baako asɛm ɔka kyerɛ me sɛ ɛyɛ na ɔmo try bi saa but kromafoɔ no ebi wɔ no ma ɔmo fa ɔmo a ɛnimpɛ no adwuma ɔkyena ɔma
ene ya ekotie sesie eye onunyamfo Abubakar Sadiq wono na ye DC ewo Afano Southwest woni Ebenezer Owusu ansa ene di sankomo imidimafo Heba Center eye Dr. Time da so say yade bi etete wo fabra na wonye ho adwuma ewo enkran poku ase mayira anakumase abuakwa agogo 024477 4282 0244774282 onga enwa na yede ye enuane amano etimi ayede nwumakoi adaroma yeda ne yehu sima ye ba yede kase no ebekọ amanone
Midimafo, Pokwase Maira Accra. Midimafo, Pokwase Maira Accra. Midimafo Heba Clinic Aba Accra. And you won't hear passengers a gumi kaimui. A Hana do one aircraft. Hey, and this Accra and put them at the mo. And yet the Muampa. They say, dear, Atlantic International University, America Memo, about Dr. Dujanfi Babasu, honorary degree as a professor in biology in herbal medicine. It is said here, I am Sano, I am more. Oh, Mr. Minim wife, your copa war. 1 year, 1 city. You send me 2 months and 8 years cano. Mr. Connection and shut down Koye, na Esakakra. Say what Peggy Mama, what you have them. Connection, what you about the crow? Stroke, so dear, what found small. Chessa, I did one who any dear Siano. Yari Bia Tatia, ever Dr. Tamdaso and so. Diabetes, hepatitis B, prostate, hypertension, malaria. Yari Bia. Kumasi say, oh, go opposite government school. And then Krahanso, Obepim, or Pokuase, Maira Kwanoso. For a doctor, 0244 774 282. And then 050 0500-727215. Midimafo Herbal Clinic. Wudimafo ne hwa.
Yeah! She was saying, get a Pepsodent charcoal toothpaste.
Obiari hia emwasron kubia ebemani ni opepa aye de chenja onga mama sano boafo FDA agi edwadie yin krato ya so sano boafo.
Nokure Emma Aketiapa edensam no ekwa akopie mu ewo amanone setiefo beka ya wie ya ene ebo amane efa eya Peter Madison ne nkwama ho kakra ewo UK mamu na ene wie UK mansoafo ko emrasebedafie ewo ehwa ana wo busa na sana sa Peter Madison no wonu ankasa mu se no ka House of Lords no ka ho enti why Lord Madison na ne nkwama no pa PM Obaka na say PM ne ye Kestamo ni awone me wafa wo mon kan sese no enu wa che say ansa kwa no wa be appoint no 2024 amana akoya ambassador e wa America no wo wu se wo nse da hu ne nkrata no ye akiri nkrata na kitakita no nyina ma no hu se se Madison wo twantro pa na de kire na wone wo hene Prince Charles abone ho komobi wo kire mu sei.
I am as angry as the public and any member of this House. Mandelson betrayed our country, our parliament, and my party. Mr. Speaker, he lied repeatedly to my team when asked about his relationship with Epstein before and during his tenure as ambassador. I regret appointing him. If I knew then what I know now, he would never have been anywhere near government. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, yesterday, the Cabinet Secretary, with my support, took the decision to refer material to the police. And there is now a criminal investigation. I've instructed my team to draft legislation to strip Mandelson of his title and wider legislation to remove disgraced peers. And this morning, I've agreed with His Majesty the King that Mandelson should be removed from the list of Privy Councillors on grounds that he's brought the reputation of the Privy Council into disrepute.
Sanya wagu amana ni mu ase na watwe yan akọ disrepute mu saado ye nti be kura ma na nkọ hene nchen enti mi akura no madika to nkra ade akwam ohene se wantwe na se akonya akura ansa no wabe no so amfa kasha emfa ntwe hu nyina sanya be ya wamfa fi no ebi emfa meka no wei aya yera customer won na mansoafo ya wada UK won na okogina mrase oje ma wie ya Madison won na ho fofura wade kwa pepe aya instant ya se won okura mpo free 2010 wade ba America fo ne ho aye hi wo ha wakoda fiase aba no ehun nkomo kakra UK ene aba ma wo no
Abusua no so na yegina enwumren samahodo aye boaboa no edebe mo se what bite kase boy free no num empemu ebesi samre no aha ena yedi AC SOMPA 93.1 ewu Kumase ayiko 100.9 womo febi SOMPA takwata credit chiman sunyan kranza doma Kingdom 106.1 mankesim womu nyina fabi Facebook YouTube bia ote yenka ewo ehonom time heba mescha yeda woma se Pepsodent for NDAC akonkon afei Jos Hot Kinky onga mama nsano boafo ena medima for Herbal Center womu nyina eka ho bi ena yetimi ede ensem no ebremu ADWOA ASARE enimidin mene
odoman kuma chiame obrempon na kwaku ampama ena mini aba
Ohene mame ekuya yeboa esia mabronya yadamu nyina mu ase ya sorry so ama eye third service mango day watimi ede ato house
Are you clapping? Are you giving God the glory?